But as a leader, as a chairman of the Orange Drug branch, I am not in agreement to that because it brings no good benefit to our farmers based on the sacrifice that we have done for many years. What they have brought forward is that they will give us $1 million, and they want us to sign that we were foregoing the issue in court. That means that if we forego the issue in court, then we'll be losing everything that we have been looking for. I think that that is not beneficial to the farmers. So I personally see that that is no benefit to us. The agreement is one-sided. It's not something that is being negotiated on behalf of the farmers, because for these past years that we have not been getting fair trade premium as an association, as an organization, we have been investing because we have to maintain the certification alive.
What is your message to the farmers heading into Sunday?
Well, my message to the farmers is that they look very carefully, they read and understand very carefully what is being placed on the table for them to make a decision, because this decision will really mark a situation on which we either come out with something that will give benefit to the farmers, or we sign the cover of our coffin.
Ortega says Sunday's vote will either protect farmers' livelihoods or put the industry at real risk. Prime Minister John Briceno may not often boast about the honorary doctorate he received in Taiwan back in 2022. But today, he put that distinction to work at the University of Belize. The two-term leader stepped into the lecture hall in Belmopan as a guest speaker, sharing his take on leadership, economics, and national development through a Belizean lens. And after his presentation, he opened the floor to students and faculty, fielding questions on everything from soaring fuel prices to Belize-Cuba relations, and even BTL's controversial bid to acquire SpeedNet. Here's how he responded.
We recognize the challenge with the cost of living. It's something that's affected worldwide. And I'm sorry to give you the bad news, but right now it's going to get worse because of the war in Iran. We have nothing to do with that. But look, price of diesel has already, the fuel has gone up, and the next shipment is going to go up more, and we have no control over that.
Belize's long-standing partnership with Cuba is facing a delicate moment tonight as Prime Minister John Briceno navigates sensitive negotiations over the future of the Cuban Medical Brigade, a team of doctors and specialists who have supported the country's healthcare systems for decades. With several Latin American countries scaling back their agreements amid U.S. pressure, Belize has remained cautious but grateful, acknowledging the brigade's crucial role in rural and specialty care. This evening, PM Briceno responded to questions about the present state of affairs between Belize and Cuba.
As to the Cuban Brigade, you know, we feel very strongly the Cuban Brigade. We are very grateful for the tremendous work that they have done, and that they are in areas where we don't want to be, some of our doctors, and also they have specialties that we don't have. We are in some delicate negotiations both with the Americans and hopefully then with the Cubans to see if we could find a hybrid to be able to keep as many as possible of the Cuban doctors here. But as you know, we are just a speck in a big pond, and then we have our big brothers in up north that they don't care about anything. They just say, you do it our way, or then we are going to deal with you. And now just imagine, we said to hell with you, we there with Cuba, and we are raise a flag, and we this and that, and then they say we are cancel all the visas of Belizeans. You know, be the first one when I jump on my back. True or false? True or false? Be honest. Be honest. No. We're not be the first one when I jump off we back that we're wrong with you, we didn't lose we visa, we can go to the United States.
Still, Briceno says the government must strengthen Belize's own medical workforce, even as Cuba's worsening humanitarian crisis and regional political shifts raise new questions about what comes next. We'll have more from a one-on-one with PM Briceno elsewhere in the news. There's more news up after the break, so stay tuned.
Smart for everybody. Smart leading everything. Smart give you everything. Smart offer everything. Smart give you everything. North to the east and the south and the west. Smart are the best. Darling, double up my data and give me all the text. In fact, give me a plan for my family. Unlimited calls, so me like it. And Smart make everybody feel happy. Bringing people together, me want it now. Smart got love for everybody. Me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. Me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. More bundles, data plan. Me want my smartphone, internet in my hand. Cause me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. Smart. Stay connected. Stay happy.
Are you a forward-thinking farmer ready to adopt climate-smart practices? The future of farming is resilient, sustainable, and profitable, and we're here to help you achieve just that. Whether cultivating half an acre or 200 acres, DFC offers affordable financing options and a matching grant up to $12,000 for Window 1 and up to $60,000 for Window 2 to help make your farm climate-smart, withstand unpredictable weather patterns, and adopt practices that enhance productivity and efficiency. This program is ideal for farmers and cooperatives. Women farmers are highly encouraged to take advantage. Join us in creating a resilient and sustainable agricultural future for Belize. Apply now and take the next step towards a stronger, greener tomorrow.
What happens when you step off the edge?
Too late to back out now. He said I'm ready. No, I'm not.
And land somewhere unexpected. Sometimes it breaks you open. Wild at root,
That is very bitter.
but sweet on the tongue. Where history calls out, and you answer with open arms. This isn't just a journey. It's across borders.
That was amazing!
Your Belize City Council, in collaboration with the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, would like to update residents on the temporary traffic adjustments that will accompany the upcoming bridge infrastructure upgrades across our city. These major works, running through the 2026 to 2029 period, include the reconstruction of the Belcan Bridge and the Swing Bridge to improve long-term safety and city mobility. To help residents move safely and efficiently, here is the proposed flow of traffic. If you are coming into Belize City from the Philip Colson Highway, drivers are strongly encouraged to use the Chetumal Street Bridge as your main access route. This corridor is designated for highway traffic and heavy vehicles to reduce congestion in Midtown and downtown areas. If you are traveling toward the school zone along Princess Margaret Drive, this area remains accessible directly from the Philip Colson Highway. When traveling south to north through the Belcan Bridge area, traffic will flow one way only over the Evergreen Street Temporary Bridge crossing. Drivers should follow Central American Boulevard to Mahogany Street, continue onto Evergreen Street, and proceed to Philip Colson Highway, then toward Freetown Road. If you are traveling north to south toward downtown, make use of the temporary crossings from Hydes Lane. traffic will flow one way from Queen Street to New Road into Hydes Lane, then through Regent Street West. Please note that the temporary crossings are designated to accommodate standard-sized vehicles and buses only. Heavy trucks and oversized vehicles will not be permitted to use this route and are advised to use the Chetumal Street Bridge or Bell China Bridge. Both the Bell China Bridge and Chetumal Street Bridge will remain open for two-way traffic and will serve as important relief routes for all commuters, including emergency access across the city. Residents should also plan travel carefully around peak congestion periods. Traffic is expected to be extremely busy between 6:30 to 8:30 a.m., 11:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Whenever possible, adjust travel times to avoid these peak windows. Parking restrictions along Evergreen Street and Hydes Lane will be in place to keep traffic flowing safely. Please follow all traffic signs and guidance from traffic officers. We understand that these adjustments will require patience. However, these temporary measures are necessary to deliver safer, stronger, and more resilient infrastructure for Belize City's future. Together, we will navigate this transition and build a better connected city. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
Life is full of precious moments we're cherishing, moments that shape our present and lay the foundation for our future. But amidst life's beautiful tapestry, there are uncertainties we must confront. How do we secure today while protecting tomorrow? Introducing RF&G Life Insurance, your partner in safeguarding what matters most. With a RF&G Life Insurance plan, you can ensure financial security for your loved ones, providing them with a safety net for the future. From identifying and recommending plans suitable for your unique needs to expert advice every step of the way, RF&G Life Insurance is committed to protecting your family's legacy. Choose RF&G Life Insurance for peace of mind you can rely on. RF&G Life Insurance, securing today, protecting tomorrow. Your life, your legacy.
Turning back to our interview with Prime Minister Briceno, whose portfolio includes oversight of the sugar industry. A new rift is opening in the sugar belt, and this time it's not between farmers and the mill, but over what the government wants the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association to give up. Reports from inside the BSCFA suggest the Briceno administration is pressuring the association to walk away from its ongoing court battle with Belize Sugar Industries and Tate & Lyle. The association's legal advisor warns that dropping the case now could mean forfeiting as much as $9 million. Money they believe they stand to win if the judge rules in their favor. But when we put that to Prime Minister John Briceno today, he pushed back, saying his government isn't forcing anyone's hand. What he did make clear is that the drawn-out legal fight is costing farmers far more than they realize. And in a twist that adds fuel to the debate, the Prime Minister also confirmed that he personally left the BSCFA and joined another cane farmers association, a move that is already raising eyebrows as Sunday's pivotal vote approaches.
That's not for us to decide. That's a decision that they have to make. Has absolutely nothing to do with government.
What has government proposed to them? Has government proposed that they drop the case?
No, government has not proposed for them to drop the case. What the government has been saying is that it is their right if they want to go to court. But at the same time, what they have been doing has been spending all of this time losing money from fair trade and so forth to the detriment of its farmers. And it's a decision that they want to make if they want to continue with that or not.
In your view, what is the prudent way forward given the losses that they're experiencing?
I don't think I should answer that question because then you say that I'm being biased. But let's put it this way, I have left the BSCFA because I don't see I'm getting anywhere, so I went to Progressive. Progressive have signed on to fair trade, so we'll be able to get the support from fair trade.
Fuel prices are once again squeezing Belizeans. And now the pressure has landed squarely at the feet of the Briceno administration. Just yesterday, the leader of the opposition publicly urged the government to cut its tax take on fuel, arguing that motorists need immediate relief at the pumps. But today, Prime Minister John Briceno pushed back on the criticism, saying his administration will make the decisions it must, while also calling on Belizeans to use their vehicles more wisely as global fuel costs remain unpredictable.
The leader of the opposition would refuse to acknowledge that during that time, the then Prime Minister had Petrocaribe with them. They had the monies from the oil, the revenues they're getting. They got a combine of over $1 billion apart from the taxes. So they could have probably do some of that. We are going to do what is necessary to be able to help our people. We are committed to our people. We are committed to the economy. And so we have to find that balancing act as to how best to be able to manage these high prices that are coming to Belize.
What must people do in the meantime while they look for ease at the pumps?
Well, I mean, I wish, well, we have to be more prudent in how we use our vehicles.
And can they expect a decrease in the fuel prices in terms of government's intervention?
We have to take a look and to take a balance. As I said, the pie is a pie. And when we set up the 2026-2027 pie, it is set. And we already projected the amount of revenues that we're going to collect from that, from fuel. And if we were to cut that, then we either have to collect it from somewhere else or cut from some government program. So it's too early to say, so we need to be able to take a look and act prudently and don't act hastily and as if we were in a panic.
Prime Minister John Briceno says his government isn't losing any sleep over a letter the Feinstein Group sent to U.S. Congressman Brian Mast about the stalled State Bank project, even after Mast took the issue to Secretary of State Marco Rubio to question Belize's investment climate. But the back and forth didn't end there. This week, the Prime Minister was accused of misrepresenting a letter from Florida Congressman Carlos Jimenez during a morning show interview, a claim he firmly rejects, calling it simply untrue.
I did not say anything with the State Bank issue. No. The question was about that, but I said, but here we have a congressman that gave us raving reviews in working with the private sector in this issue with agriculture. I did not link that to State Bank in the least. But we know what's going on with the State Bank, that an individual is paying for these. And when you look at some of these pages where they're taking out, there are pages that have just popped up or hardly anybody watches. The truth of the matter is that has gone to court. And the truth of the matter is that the Supreme Court or the upper court from Belize have ruled in favor that the government does have a right to be able to acquire in the best interest. Now, Mr. Feinstein and his team, if they want to appeal, that's their right, and they have done that. They're going to the Court of Appeals. We have a judicial system that's fair, a judicial system that works. And so we are not concerned about that.
Tonight, a Camalote mother is grieving the sudden loss of her 20-year-old son, Andy Suazo, and searching for answers about how his life ended so abruptly. What police are still trying to determine whether his fatal gunshot wound was self-inflicted or the result of foul play has left his family in painful uncertainty. Today, his mother shared memories of his accomplishments and the dreams he never got to pursue. News 5's Paul Lopez has the story.
Tonight, one mother's grief is being fueled by her demand for answers following the tragic passing of her son. 20-year-old Andy Suazo lost his life on Tuesday afternoon while socializing in Camalote village. The details surrounding what led to his death are conflicting. Police authorities are investigating if the gunshot wound that led to his death was self-inflicted or something more sinister. His mother, Andrea Zueta, says all she desires is the truth.
Yesterday was literally a very good day. He called me out of the blues Tuesday and he said, "Mom, I can spend the night with you." that was surprising because Andy doesn't come spend the night with me during the week. He has work. He usually comes on weekends. So I said, okay, so you need anything? I tell him, no, son, I'm good. When I look, he showed up.
Suazo was employed at a call center in Belmopan. On Tuesday, he decided to skip work to look after an ailing loved one. That day, he joined his mother to purchase produce, prepare lunch. When they returned home, the family got to work on putting lunch together, which included Andy's favorite dish, fish. At the time, Andy told his mother that he was leaving and would return shortly.
So we there and we the giggle and we the talk and what's not, and we were wondering like, but wait, where Andy there? But it made it rain a lot. And so we said maybe because of the rain he's there. So Jocelyn, my daughter, said, well, he must say happy why he in there right now. I said, well, I don't know. Then I get that phone call. And that was it. I don't know what transpired there. I don't know what happened. I just know that he's gone.
Azueta described her son as an overachiever. He graduated high school in 2023, and his mother says she was proud of it because she did not get the opportunity to complete her secondary school studies. And he was also passionate about writing and recording music.
He had a very bright future. He wasn't a child that followed company or, look for bad stuff. He loved music. That was his favorite thing to do, was sing. Many nights I there and they're like, boy, shut up, I want to go sleep. And this child, they in there, they sing. I don't understand what they say. But he knows what he was saying. He wrote all his music and he sang them. And that song told our whole life story. That was the most beautiful song I have ever heard. That told about all the struggles, and that showed me that he realized the struggles. He realized what I did and what I went through to have him where he was.
Police are currently investigating the circumstances that led to Suazo's death. At the same time, his mother says that beyond justice, all she wants is the truth.
All mothers will get up here and say they want justice. I don't want justice. All I want is the truth. I want answers. Just the truth. Just closure. Just the truth. If it was an accident, if it was self-inflicted, whatever, because a dead man tells no tale. So he can't wake up and tell me, man, and do this to me. So whoever was there, and I don't really know whoever it was, they just need to give me that one closure, because everyone knows me, knows what my kids mean to me.
As investigators continue piecing together the events that led to Andy Suazo's death, this mother's plea remains the same: the truth. Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.
A spiking dead fish near San Esteban is once again raising concerns about the health of the New River. The Department of the Environment confirms it responded to a fish kill in the Orange Walk district, an incident they say happens almost every year. Early monitoring points to a familiar culprit: low oxygen levels caused by recurring algal blooms, fueled by high nutrient runoff from activities all along the river. It's a reminder of 2019, when the New River slipped into full eutrophication and turned foul. And while scientists say they now have a clearer understanding of the watershed and a plan for reducing pollution, one major fix remains out of reach: rerouting Orange Walk's municipal drains so wastewater flows toward the savanna, not the river. Here's more from Chief Environmental Officer Anthony Mai.
The Department of Environment received a report of a fish kill near San Esteban Village in the Orange Walk district. We responded to the fish kill as we normally do. We conducted water quality monitoring of the area where the fish kill was observed, and we we have some data that kind of highlights what we believe is the cause of the fish kill. But just to say that, again, this is an occurrence that happens almost every year or every 2 years. In fact, 2019, as you all may know, would have been the year when the New River really degraded to a bad state, such that it suffered from eutrophication. Eutrophication means that there was an algae bloom, right? And normally algae blooms are caused by high nutrients within a water body. And because the algae grow, proliferate, and bloom, they really draw down on the oxygen level within the water, and that takes it into an anoxic state, and then you have fish kill, etc. Everyone who operates along the river is contributing towards this situation.
So what's the future look like for the river now?
Yeah. So from a pollution standpoint, it looks good because, like I said, we have studied the entire watershed for so long that we know we have a lot of good data on it, and we know what our next steps are. What we don't have is defined. So one of the things, for example, that we would want to do is we would want to redesign the municipal drain from Orange Rock so that the tongue with the waters from the drain run towards the savanna.
DOE says real progress now hinges on long overdue infrastructure fixes to ease the strain on the New River. There's more news after the break, so stay tuned.
Your time is valuable. That's why SARA is coming. A modern revenue authority built to make managing your taxes simpler, faster, and more convenient than ever before. With SARA, you can expect improved services, from quicker responses to queries to faster processing of your tax refunds. No long waits. Filing or paying your taxes? With SARA, you'll be able to do it securely online at any time, from anywhere, thanks to us placing a greater focus on digital convenience and secure digital records. The SARA will also commit to consistent and fair application of tax laws via a risk-based audit and compliance strategy and increased data-driven reforms. With SARA, most of your tax business will be handled online, saving you time to focus on what matters most: your business, your family, your life. And if you need in-person help, SARA will still have staff ready to assist you at all satellite offices countrywide. SARA, tax services made simpler, faster, and more convenient for you.
Need a fresh new kitchen, flip that switch ignition, G appliances shine. Every knob, every line, all align and turn the shower on. Feel gold, colder in the chrome. So bold, from the tiles to the tiny screws. We've got the wow you choose. All in one place, Design Depot. Everything you need for the life you want. Let's go. From the floor to the paint to the patio glow. Build it up, light it up, watch your dream home grow. All in one place, all in one place, all in one place, all in one place, all in one place.
Design Depot, all in one place.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. Belize Electricity Limited. We continue to serve you.
Easy. Accessible. Safe. Yours. DigiWallet. Easy, accessible, safe, yours.
Tomorrow on Open Your Eyes, we're bringing you stories that inform, inspire, and excite. First, we dive into how Belizeans are empowering themselves through digital literacy training as the University of Belize partners with the Ministry of E-Governance to build skills for a fast-changing, tech-driven world. Then, get ready to hit the road safely and affordably as Caribbean Tires rolls out big savings, helping you stay prepared while keeping money in your pocket. Plus, feel the emotion and passion of Belizean music as Nuane Martinez shines with a heartfelt tribute to his late father, giving us a closer look at the story and inspiration behind the sound. And we wrap things up with flavor. Bowls Belize brings new food experiences, serving up fresh, customizable meals that are as delicious as they are satisfying. Join us at 6:30 a.m. and start your morning right, only on Open Your Eyes.
"14 remarkable Belizean women are in the national spotlight tonight as the National Women's Commission honors their impact on our country's growth and progress. From trailblazing educators and innovative entrepreneurs to rising youth leaders, each awardee brings a story of grit, dedication, and purpose. It's all part of the 21st Outstanding Women's Award ceremony, an annual celebration of leadership and service across every corner of Belize. News 5's Shane Williams has the story.
Sabrina amplifies voices within Belizean communities and contributes meaningfully to national dialogue and public awareness. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sabrina Daly.
For more than 2 decades, the Outstanding Women's Award ceremony has grown into one of the signature moments of Women's Month, an annual reminder of just how much Belizean women shape the country's progress. What started as a small recognition has evolved into a vibrant celebration that mirrors the widening range of women's leadership, talent, and advocacy across Belize. This year, the ceremony carries a powerful call to action under the theme Balance the Scales, urging the nation to keep pushing for fairness, opportunity, and equality in every space.
This is one of the highlights of Women's Month, in particular for the National Women's Commission. As a previous chair of the commission, I couldn't be more proud that they continue the tradition of honoring women for their hard work, for their contributions to Belizean society, to Belizean development. And so the categories have changed slightly in the last few years, but I think that it's a way of honoring women for from specific sectors, and even the girl child, which I think is very important, up and coming leaders to aspire to showcase what they've done and what they continue to do for Belize.
Executive Director of the National Women's Commission, Eleanor Morea, says the inclusion of 5 young awardees this year signals a powerful shift, recognizing that leadership and advocacy are no longer defined by age.
The award is 21 years old, which is excellent. You know, we have been doing this for many, many years, awarding women from all over the country for the exceptional work that they're doing. This year is different because if you notice, under the priority area girl child, we had like 5 nominations, 5 awardees, and which shows that not only women but also our young girls are doing great job within their communities and for this country.
One of those young voices is 16-year-old youth leader Kaylee Pop.
I attend many workshops, whether that be for advocating for children's rights or advocating for women's rights. I love attending these workshops and making my voice be heard because as a young woman, I think that it's very important that our opinions and our ideas are shared with the world. Additionally, I mentioned in a previous interview that I had an exchange program to Washington, D.C. That was a very enriching experience for me because I got to experience what leadership was like outside of Belize, and I learned many things to bring back home here and to do a community project that is currently in the process. It's advocating for autism, and I am very honored that my work has been recognized, and I think that it is such a wonderful experience for me.
The ceremony also underscores how powerful recognition can be, especially for women whose hard work often happens out of sight.
We have so many women in our community, in our country, that are doing a lot of salient work quietly. Nobody's shouting out their names, nobody's patting them on their backs. And I think a day like this brings together these women from all over the country. And like you rightly said, you're giving them their flowers, you're highlighting them today. It means a lot to them. I saw actually and felt the emotions in that room, the excitement of getting a plaque, a recognition, a little basket, you know, that goes a long way for anybody, telling you, good job, keep up the good work. So it's not just women, you know, and we're hoping at some point to include some men that are doing extremely good work. That's the plan for Belize. We want a better Belize where both men and women can shine and flourish.
As the country continues to push for greater equity and opportunity, today's ceremony serves as both recognition and call to action, encouraging Belizeans to champion fairness, remove barriers, and invest in the next generation of leaders. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
The Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry brought women's empowerment to center stage today, hosting its 4th annual forum under the bold theme, From Survival to Scale. The event pulled together entrepreneurs, policymakers, and industry leaders for frank conversations about the financial and social barriers women still face and the solutions already within reach. Speakers tackled everything from access to capital and digital opportunities to workplace safety and even menopause, a topic rarely discussed in professional spaces. CEO Kim Aikman framed the day as part of a broader economic mission, stressing that women's empowerment isn't charity, it's smart investment. A standout moment came with the women's $1,000 grant competition, where Oma Organics and My Cielo Blue took home top honors for their innovative, scalable business ideas. And in true Belizean fashion, Soca Queen Ernestine Carbaya brought the energy with a performance celebrating women's resilience. Belize can only strengthen its economy if it tears down the barriers still holding women back and builds a system where their talent can thrive. The BCCI says it's committed to leading that charge. The Belize Bank is stepping up its mission to shape the next generation of women in tech. Today, the bank rolled out the 3rd cohort of its Girls for Tech program, an initiative aimed at closing the gender gap in STEM by giving young girls early access to hands-on, confidence-building learning. In partnership with MasterCard, this year's program will reach nearly 300 primary school students, helping them see themselves as the innovators of tomorrow. News 5's Shane Williams has more.
With a new cohort and a growing mission, Girls for Tech is once again opening doors for young girls across Belize to explore the world of science and technology. Launched by the Belize Bank in collaboration with MasterCard, the initiative is now in its 3rd year and continues to expand its reach.
The Girls for Tech program now is in our third year and is one of the cornerstones of our social responsibility. We're extremely excited to have it. It's one of those events that we put in our calendar and we highlight it and we put a little circle and we put a little exclamation mark. We want to make sure that we are here because I think that the value that this program gives the girls is unique. And what we love is the fact that it is also very interactive. MasterCard brings very senior leadership people to interact.
The program is designed to be interactive, bringing in industry professionals to guide students through real-world applications of STEM concepts. Globally, MasterCard's Girl for Tech initiative has reached millions of girls, and here in Belize, participation continues to grow each year.
It was created in 2014 to inspire girls to explore careers in STEM fields such as technology, engineering, and scientific fields. It is the program is a hands-on interactive program which is based or divided in modules that help connect MasterCard's business foundations such as algorithms, data analysis, encryption, to core STEM principles to show the girls how technology can impact our everyday life and inspire them to pursue careers in these fields in which we still have a gender gap. In 2026, our program edition is based on 4 different high-impact models, which are big data, artificial intelligence, and the Internet of Things, local intelligence, and fraud prevention.
For schools in under-resourced communities, the program offers a crucial chance to help close the digital gap.
The students from Ladyville, a lot of them don't really get the opportunity to interact with technology. So this is an awesome opportunity to give them the type of exposure that they would need. And I love the initiative because it will prepare them for the real world. We're living in an era where technology is not just an opportunity for you to say you have a technology, but it's a must in our daily lives. And with AI around, I want my students to be prepared and to know how to use it in a way that it will enhance their future and it will make life a whole lot easier for them.
And for many of the students, the experience is already leaving a lasting impression, sparking curiosity and inspiring future ambitions.
One of the sections that I love was the big data, and I learned that you can do anything with data and data can be used for anything.
I liked the local intelligence because they let us experience how it is like the future.
I love the internet because on that I can see fun videos and then I watch how people do works and stuff and when I watch those, it makes me feel and think about what I will do in the future.
I love technology from what I learned yesterday, and I plan to be better at technology.
Beyond the lessons and activities, organizers say the goal is to build confidence and encourage girls to see themselves as future innovators and leaders in technology.
We get the sense that staff members are motivated and are encouraged and inspired by this program. Why do you think that is?
Because we were all there. You know, especially the girls. We have our executive team has 3 senior women, and they all feel that they were there sitting down on those chairs. The bank is committed, to our youth. They're committed to ensuring that we can give back, not only physical things, but the best thing that we can give back is get them to think openly and for them to believe that they can be the leaders of the future, that they can actually create the next big technology, the next big company. So that for us would be the most incredible gift.
Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
We have more for you after the break, so stay tuned.
Every connection we make is more than just a signal. It's a student unlocking a future through digital education. A young mind daring to dream bigger. Our culture shared with the world in real time. And everyday heroes answering the call of civic duty. When we connect with Digi, we empower Belize.
Galenia Hospital, located in Cancun, Mexico's premier tourism destination, is a state-of-the-art healthcare facility that provides highly specialized medical services. We are Quintana Roo's biggest private hospital with board-certified doctors and staff. Some of our services include Cath Lab, Adult Intensive Care Unit, Neonatal Intensive Care Unit, emergency rooms, operating theaters, ambulance services, and more. We are a medically accredited hospital by JCI, Accreditation Canada International, and General Health Council, providing extraordinary care in every specialty, from our cardiology department to our neurology center. We are focused on treating the entire person, body, mind, and spirit. Contact us at medicaltourism@hospitalgalenia.com or visit our website at www.hospitalgalenia.com. Come to Galenia Hospital in Cancun for a truly personal medical care experience.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
Postpaid plan for 3 people. Introducing Smart Trio. Why pay for mobile service alone when you can share and save? Get unlimited national calls, text, plus 100 gigabytes of shared data. And the best part? It's only $135. That's right. I as low as $45 per person. Perfect for small families, couples, or close friends. Smart Trio. 3 lines, 1 smart choice. Sign up now and you could win a Trio getaway to San Pedro for 3. Visit us at www.smart-bz.com for more information or sign up at any showroom today. Smart, bringing people together.
Belize is taking center stage this week as the Caribbean rallies around one big goal: protecting the region's creativity and turning it into real economic power. Leaders and EU officials are here launching the next phase of the Caripe project. And over the past 3 days, they've been digging into how stronger intellectual property systems can help local products shine on the world stage and put more money into the pockets of small entrepreneurs. From safeguarding cultural heritage to giving iconic items like St. Lucia's rum and Trinidad and Tobago's steel pan international recognition. The discussion point to one thing: IP isn't just paperwork, it's a pathway to growth.
The aim of this project is basically to assist CARIFORUM countries in modernizing and harmonizing their intellectual property system. So this 3 days workshop is basically to launch the second phase of the project. The first phase started off in 2019. It lasted for 4 years. And so this second phase will start in April 2025 and it will run for 48 months, which is another 4 years. And so the purpose of this 3 days workshop is to launch that event, as well as to hold a GI mentorship, to launch a GI mentorship program where our producers here in Belize will have the opportunity to network as well as learn more about geographical indication. As you may be aware, we have a draft geographical indication bill that is about to go to cabinet for approval and pass into law. And so geographical indication will eventually be an intellectual property right that can be protected in Belize. And then we have the final day, which is day 3, and that will focus on the international intellectual property system. So the treaties that we signed on to, specifically the Madrid system, the Lisbon Agreement, as well as the Hague Agreement.
In short, the Caribbean is gearing up not just to protect its innovations, but to turn them into engines of growth. In Corozal, frustration over the Civic Center's crumbling condition is boiling over, and Area Representative Tea Garcia Ramirez is pushing back. Residents say the building shouldn't be falling apart barely a year after more than $100,000 went into repairs, and many are questioning whether that investment delivered real value. But Garcia Ramirez says critics are missing the bigger picture. She argues her team inherited a facility in far worse shape than most people realize, a building that needed major rehabilitation, not just cosmetic fixes. She also notes that the project wasn't carried out by government alone. Community fundraising helped get it off the ground. And while she admits the results aren't perfect, she insists the repairs reflect the best possible outcome given the condition of the building and the limited resources available.
It was left in complete ruin by the previous government. It was falling apart. The structure, certainly the $115, because $115,000 $100,000 came from BWS. $15,000 was fundraised by a group of concerned Corozaleños. And so we sold pibil and we sold tamales and we sold raffles in order to get that $15,000 together. We made sure that the money gave to paint the inside, the outside. The bathrooms and the plumbing system were completely revamped. There was some structural damage because the rust was not only on the zinc roofing, it was actually on the structure. And all of that had to be sandblasted, repainted. The beams that were rusting and falling down had to be replaced and refurbished, all of it. So certainly when you have something that from the structure, the bones of the Civic Center were falling apart, $115,000 is a drop in the bucket. It's not going to get you a new facility. It's not perfect, I'm not going to lie and say it is, but it's the best that we could do. And I will make no apologies to anyone and to say, if we can't get a new one, then we just don't do anything. That's not my style.
Garcia Ramirez says she'll keep the Civic Center running with whatever resources Corozal can pull together until a full rebuild is finally possible. There's much more news after the break, so stay tuned.
In the heart of the Cayo district, Calico Jacks is proving that sustainability and success can go hand in hand.
When Calico Jacks wanted to move to solar energy, the biggest difficulty for us was the finance. Belize Bank believed in our vision, and we are very happy and grateful that they gave us this opportunity for the financing.
Through the Credit Risk Abatement Facility, a partnership between Belize Bank and the CARICOM Development Fund, small and medium businesses can access financing for renewable and energy-efficient solutions with reduced collateral requirements.
Here at SCSB, we're grateful for Belize Bank to make it easier for our clients to go green. We're proud to work with businesses like Calico Jacks to help them lower their costs and their carbon footprint.
At Belize Bank, we are powering Belize's transition to renewable energy, one business at a time. Together with our partners, we're making sustainable financing accessible for all.
Belize Bank, financing a greener, stronger Belize.
My data done, and I really need to get my ad out today.
Really? Well, you can join our smart group plan.
Really? How that works?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart's group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
The buzz around the latest technology continues on day 2 of the Smart City Expo and Summit in Taipei, Taiwan. From robots helping nurses in the healthcare sector to ones cooking a whole meal on demand. That's what the exhibit floor looked like today. Our own News 5's reporter Benita Keme-Palacio has been moving through the expo, testing the technology and seeing firsthand how these innovations are already being used in real-life situations. Tonight, she breaks down the ones that caught her attention the most.
When people think of a smart city, they often imagine sleek, futuristic buildings. But at its core, a smart city starts with technology that assists people, from healthcare to emergency response to even the food we eat. Walking the exhibit halls, we met several technologies and innovations. Meet Airbot. It's quickly becoming a nurse's best friend. By scanning a patient's wristlet barcode, this robot delivers special packages directly to the bedside.
So this is our robotic. It can help the nurses to introduce the word and the post-operative care and send in something, just like drug, mask, and it will reduce the workload of the nurse.
The goal of Airbot is simple. Keep the nurses where they're needed the most, at the patient's side during critical moments. Packages or drops are sent by entering the patient's information and bed number. The robot navigates to the patient, scans their wristband, and delivers the package automatically. Meanwhile, safety for firefighters is also getting a digital upgrade. New gear from MSA, the safety company, now tracks a firefighter's oxygen levels and location in real time, and then sending the data directly to a command center.
This is the smart firefighting system, and the traditional SCBA can know the gas inside, how many gas inside can know remotely. So the director won't know the firefighter team inside the fire scene. Yeah, how the situation. So now we got the electrical gas gauge, so we can know how many gas inside and how many our firefighting inside the scene. So the director can control the situation. The firefighter will get their deserved safety.
But it's not all life and death. AI is also entering everyday life, like this robot that chefs up a bowl of ramen from scratch.
Okay, to confirm your order, press confirmation. All right, I'm going to get it for you right now. So come here. Oh, I'm sorry. You see the robotic arm trying to do the work right now to get the noodle out. It doesn't have the noodle inside right now, but get the noodle into the boiling water, and it start cooking the noodles for you. Okay, and it's about 90 seconds. They can get the ramen done. All right, so you see you go that way, and then here the toppings. All right, the pork, the eggs, and everything that you need for a perfect ramen. All right.
And of course, there's an interesting use of AI. This one takes personalization to a new level. The system asks you questions about your personality to generate a custom perfume recipe.
So we call this like AI perfume consultant. So once you just scan the QR code and start with this, so you will see there's a chatbot just really like a ChatGPT where it will ask you some of question. So first of all, it will ask you about like to choose the theme, and then if you can have the like a lucky drawing, which one is your main purpose you wanted to get. So for example, I say I like water, and about the health. Yeah. So it will tell you like what's the best ratio, like 4 drops of this, 3 drops, and then plus 2 drops, and then make it together. You will get your custom and your own perfume.
And over the Smart Startup Programs zone, this machine turns your photo into digital art almost instantly, ready to download via QR code.
Oh, that is so cute!
And the showstopper, a four-legged robotic brain on legs. Using sim-to-real technology, it learns to walk a virtual environment before stepping into the real world. So whether it's keeping nurses by a patient's side, giving firefighters more safety, or even turning a simple photo into digital art, these technologies are giving us a glimpse into the innovations, bringing us one step closer to the future. Reporting from Taipei, I am Benita Keme Palacio for News 5.
Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, Prime Minister urges prudence as fuel prices climb. Philip Willoughby commented, Mr. Prime Minister, can you redirect the Bolito and lottery profits to create some ease at the pump and at the grocery store? On the topic, mother demands answers in son's death, Elida Garcia shared. She said she doesn't want justice. As a mother, I would say the same thing because all I would ask for is the truth. And finally, fish kill near San Esteban renews fears over New River's health. Mo Castillo shared, every time I hear stories like this, my sense of hope diminishes because we're talking about an important resource. Rivers don't get sick or die by happenstance. There's got to be a reason that can be corrected. Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.